Those businesses that you are in touch with, how are they feeling?
Fonzie, things are going well. Sales are up, margins are up, liquidity is good, they're not borrowing a ton of money. Those guys are very good at running their fundamental businesses, and it's been going on for about 5 years. So the report is actually maybe A-, B+.
So, but you also pointed to one particular pocket where there is optimism, and that is construction.
Yeah.
This morning, we get a National Association of Home Builders survey indicating that the builders have pulled back a little bit. So I guess my question is, how bullish are people in the construction business, and why? And are your numbers looking backward a little bit?
Okay, good question. The construction firms were the last people to the party. They really were. If you think back to 2009, a recession driven by real estate, all of those sectors were a mess. But they started growing about 2 years ago, and now they're about 10%. So things are good. We don't know how long it's going to last, but right now things are pretty good.
And one of the things that stood out to me, and it is different from what we read about the overall economy, these private companies are reporting that their sales are up 8 to 10% on average. A little lower than in prior years, but that's higher than the typical growth we're seeing.
Well, look, it's another great question. So here's what's going on. We know, not economics 101, but C plus I plus G. We know the economy, GDP, is driven by all three of those factors. For the first time in a while, private companies are not correlated with GDP. GDP is terrible. I mean, it's anemic. We know that, right? But private companies, still a big driver of it, are actually doing well. Now, hopefully, they will pull GDP up, but we don't know for sure.
Very quick final question. What are they worried about? Are they worried about complying with Obamacare? Are they worried about just revenue drivers? What?
All right, here's what they're worried about, really. These guys, when they make profit, that's the money they use to eat, to send their kids to college, to get a car, whatever. We have to remember that this is unlike publicly traded firms. The bottom line is what these people use for household expenses. So here's the thing. I don't like blaming the politicians for everything, but here's the truth. All of these extended public policy debates may be totally legitimate at that level, but if private companies don't know what their costs are going to be, then they can't hire people and buy stuff. It's just common sense. So what they're concerned about is endless public debate where they don't know what their costs are going to be.
They want certainty.